Welcome. I'm Alex Alicia Jones, and this is another one of my live stream videos and Facebook Live and YouTube done simultaneously. And this is a continuation of the series Living Consciously. And today's gift will be the gift of clairaudience, clear hearing. This is something that I absolutely am completely familiar with because I can remember hearing voices since I was 8 years old. And at age 4, I remember looking up at the sky and saying, "Who am I? And what is my purpose?" And I didn't know the answer to those questions, but I knew without a shadow of a doubt that I was old and I knew what old meant. And I can remember at age 8 hearing very distinctively voices that were kind of urging me to a different type of career that would not absolutely have been impossible, would not have been possible for a little child born on the in Michigan. I'm sorry, raised in Michigan, but born in Poland and living on the east side of Grand Rapids, Michigan at that time. And so effectively, I then, from that point on, I remember very, very clearly that spirit would come in and constantly give me hints on how to do my homework. Or the voices would critique the nun, and because I went to parochial school, I was taught by nuns, and the nuns would, the nun in fifth grade especially was absolutely struggling trying to teach the children diagramming. This is something that has long been abandoned by the public school system. And even at that time, I don't know if they were teaching diagramming, but I happened to love it. There was something so logical about diagramming, but I could see that the other students would just kind of sit there and kind of like dumbfounded, blank-eyed, and I could remember distinctly hearing this voice inside my head that said, "If only she would say," and then come in with a stream of advice, and thinking nothing of it. I had just had a conversation with one of my Reiki students recently about this, and she said, "Yeah, I heard voices since I was a child. I thought I was going crazy." And in my case, I just thought I was smart because they always, like I said, help me do my homework. But clear audience, I'm going to give you another way of looking at what you hear because there's such a stigma attached to saying, "Yeah, I'm hearing blah blah blah," or "my guides say," or "I'm paying attention to my inner knowing." And there seems to be so much problems attached to that. And yet, Mary, the Blessed Virgin Mother, in her book, Mary's Message to the World, made a statement that kind of will give you a different way to think about it. And she basically said, "Your thoughts are given to you." Effectively, all of your thoughts that are coming in from spirit mind are basically just being downloaded. And we have got, as a society, we have got to get over the stigma of saying, "Yeah, I hear these voices inside my head, but I'm not sure about it." The wonderful thing is that with my studying A Course in Miracles, I have recognized very, very clearly we have two minds inside of us. Two minds. One of them is a mind that is attached to the ego, one of them is a mind that is attached to spirit. And it is spirit's mind that is always going to give you a leg up, a hunch, a directive, a, a way to do something, a way to go, where to go, how to proceed, how to cope with, how to whatever it is that you're faced with. And so, effectively, if you can just let go of the clutch of the ego. And all of us absolutely have people in our life that are simply so attached to the ego that they, if we listen to them, they would have us doubt our own minds. They would have us doubt our own direction, have us doubt our own thinking. We've got to let that go. And this is where the gift of clairaudience, the more you develop it, the more you pay attention to it. I do have a wonderful way of you being able to reach your guides or listen to your guides that I will discuss at another time. But effectively, my my greatest advice to you is start journaling. Start writing down every single piece of information that is being given to you, every single great idea that comes in your way, every single um, facet of information that makes you want to do something differently, courageously, face an attacker, face the things that are so making you upset at this moment in time. So the uh, the stories that I have go back besides the fifth grade. I have periodically throughout my life have had just very clear impressions, audible impressions of words. One of my most vivid was when we had a dinner party and we had four different couples, so there was 10 of us, and all of a sudden, clear as a bell, these words come through me. Can you believe that she is sitting at your table? And instantly, what flashed in my mind was a scene where I was in front of some type of Roman prelate, like a Pontius Pilate, and I was being condemned to death. And the and I presume that this woman that was now at my table was either the Roman guard who was going to crucify me or the person who condemned me to death, either one or the other, because very, very vividly, another scene had happened to me prior to this dinner party. There was during Christmas time, there was uh, a gift exchange called Yankee Trader. And it's where you steal another person's gift. And in the process of stealing a gift, one of the, well, actually, not one, maybe three of those present uh, knew how much I loved angels. And for whatever reason, they did not want me to have this particular angel that I was trying to steal from another one of the participants. And as they are screeching, literally screeching at the top of their lungs, um, you know, don't let her have it. Don't let her have it. To the gal who was able to take the gift from me because she had number one in her in the numerical order, and then she had the right to take anybody's gift. Uh, in my mind, the whole scene blanked out. I no longer was in this living room sitting with this group of people. Again, I was in front of a Roman prelate and like Pontius Pilate, and I could hear the rabble behind me saying, "Crucify him, crucify him." And so I'm going to presume that those two scenes were related. I just know that this is what I have spent my life doing. I have spent my life clearing these type of blockages, blockages from past lives, blockages that have made me held me back, made me feel insecure, made me feel as if I said something or did something that I would lose my life. And so I have had to do that. And I absolutely encourage you, if you're in the same place, get a copy of Own Your Power Day by Day. This is the book that I've written that delineates all types of exercises to help you clear blockages. And it gives you a blueprint for a happy life. It gives you a blueprint for how to change what it is that you need to change in your life. And so clairaudience is absolutely critical. I know now today how I use clairaudience is I receive either an impression in my mind or a thought package when I have to give a reading to a client. And it it comes in. I completely trust what I get. And as a result of trusting it, I receive more. This is what I encourage you to do. Write down everything you receive and be okay with it. Be okay with the fact that you are being led to a new place. You do not have to effectively proselytize and try to convince other people that this is what they should do. If you're watching, if this is part of your reality, just be okay with yourself improving what it is that you need to improve and going forward in your own life effectively by not ignoring the hunches that come your way, but by acting on them. Spirit is going to know you're ready for more. And spirit rewards you because they give you more. And so I just so encourage you. I will talk next week about another one of the clairs. And I think it's called clairsentient, clear sensing. I do have, again, wonderful experiences having developed that. But getting back to this, what is so critical for you to understand is once you leave this plane, all communication is mental. Everything is done through mental telepathy. So effectively, the thoughts that you think are what is going to effectively create your reality instantly, absolutely instantly. The, the beauty of coming to planet Earth is there is a time delay. We do not we are experiencing things that we might have set in motion 100 million years ago or yesterday. It doesn't matter. There's a time delay. In spirit, there is no time delay. And effectively, this is why I feel that that beings in spirit are so eager to come to planet Earth. To me, it feels like they want to break from their own creations, or what I might call their miscreations. So just remember think positively, be upbeat, get help when you need it, buy the literature that you want, bring forward exactly what is right for you without you having to be afraid of what other people think, feel, or say. I thank you for watching, and I will see you next week, Friday. Thank you.